2000.
And now, put your hands together from Gumption Agency's Jakob Gardner. From Financial Society Insurance Group, Rami Hamady. From Platinum Financial Group, Riad Mourssali.
All right, let's go. So first off, I just want to say thank you for FFL, the team, Sean, putting on this event for us. Like, truly an amazing and extremely impactful event, right? But to get into our topic, how we manage our time as top producers, right? I think the most important thing that you have to take away when it comes to managing, structuring your day is knowing your schedule. Knowing your schedule from the moment you wake up to the gym, to eating breakfast, to when you're getting on the phones, to when you're taking lunch. Know your schedule like the back of your hand and do it every single day, every single week, every single month. If you have a consistent input, you're going to have a consistent output. Like, that's just how it worked for me in the past 4 years, you know? I think, too, that you really need to make aware of is know your non-negotiables. Like, what are you going to do no matter what, whatever the day looks like, what are you going to do every single day you show up? And for me, it was $10,000 of submitted business a week. $10,000 of submitted business a week, $40K a month in issue paid production, and I did that for 3.5 years straight without skipping a beat. I think the really big thing, too, is, like, you got to know your lead input. It goes a lot with everything else, but, like, if you don't change your lead flow, your lead volume, at least, like, subtract from it, like, and you keep working, you have the same amount of dial, the effort, like, you're gonna stay on the same track of things, you know? So with that, I think a big mistake people make, too, especially, is, like, they make the excuse that they can't build and sell at a high level. They can't do both at the same time, right? And I'm like, realistically, it's like you can't let people take time away from what you know you need to do when they haven't done anything yet, right? So for me, what I ended up doing is leading from the front and just producing on Zoom, being unmuted in the office, whatever it is all the training that you really need to do. And that's gonna be the best training that you can give to an agent, you know? But I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Rami here.
Thank you, Jacob. All right, well, thank you again to Sean, Mike, Andrew Taylor, the whole FL corporate staff for putting on this event, and thank you to all of you guys for making it out today. Now, how do us three basically manage our time as top producers? There are things we mainly do is protect our dial time and protect the ability to produce income. So the ability to produce income, guys, in our business translate into dialing, recruiting, and outreaching. Now, in order to protect my ability to produce income, I have to actually do income-producing activities. Now, a lot of us in here will show up to work, we'll dial from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with no structure whatsoever. We don't have any structure in mind. We're working in chaos. If you guys expect to hit a high level of production by working in a world of chaos, that's not going to happen. Just like how Jacob said, there are non-negotiables he's sticking to in order to hit his level of production. 10K submit, showing up every day leading from the front, showing his agents that he can produce at a high level and at the same time recruit and build a massive business. So I'm gonna give you guys some tangible things you guys can implement to actually do that. The first thing is, guys, make your car a rolling university. What I mean by that is, when I'm in my car, guys, when I was in the field or now on Zoom, I'm consistently listening to podcasts, audiobooks, I'm reading on articles on how to get better and with inflection, tone of voice, psychology of the sale. If you guys are not studying and you guys are not working on your ability to make that money by increasing your skill set, again, it's gonna be hard to transfer that and to scale your business. Now, how as well do we hit Hall of Fame every single year? Just like Jacob said, is by simply working the math backwards. So if you guys understand that with X lead flow and X amount of dollars, we've got X paid production, why is there any reason you're not gonna do that over and over and over again? So I audit my business. I audit my time. I make sure that I understand where my money's going, where my profit is coming from, and I direct all my energy and attention to those two things. Because if I know where I'm putting my money, and I know where I'm being profitable, I can scale it. If I don't know where I'm being profitable, and I'm spending left and right, up and down, it's not gonna help us get anywhere. And we only have so much of time, guys. Father time, as you all know, doesn't wait for anybody. So with that being said, I want all of you to truly audit your business, see where your profit is truly coming from, and I want you guys to turn that scale up a notch and really invest into your business. And again, guys, education is key. If you guys can learn the business and educate your clients, you're going to be able to manage your time better, because now, instead of you sitting there working 12 hours at a time, getting just the ones who need it the most, the 20%, you're able to flip the other 60% that may not buy from anybody, but now they will, because you turn the curiosity into intent. Write that down, guys. Turn curiosity into intent. And I'll leave you guys with this before I pass over to Riad. Someone really close to me always told me, work really hard in your 20s and 30s, because if you don't work hard in your 20s and 30s, you'll work hard in your 30s and 50s. Don't play in your 20s and 30s, guys. Work hard now to play later. I'll pass off to Riad.
All right, guys, give it up for Rami and Jakob. All right, so how I manage my time as a top producer. Most people try to fix their schedule by adding more things. I fixed mine by removing them. So instead of telling you guys what I do with my time, I want to tell you what I don't do anymore, because that's what built my consistency. So to stay consistent, I knew I had to give up the things that we all think are normal. So I had to give up the random social events during the week. I had to give up the weekend parties, birthdays, sporting events. I gave up taking off every holiday just because it's on the calendar. I gave up vacations before I even earned them. And probably the hardest one is I gave up the relationships with the people that didn't understand what I was trying to build. Not because they were bad people, but because they were committed to a different life than I was. None of that, made me better than anyone else. It just made me honest about my priorities. Because if you say you want uncommon results, but you live a completely common lifestyle, it just doesn't add up. So I stopped asking myself, what do I feel like doing? And I started asking, does this move me closer to the life that I said I want? Or does it move me further from it? So here's the good news, though. Consistency isn't perfect. It's not perfect. It's about being aligned. When your actions match your goals, discipline stops feeling like pressure, and it starts feeling like clarity. You stop feeling torn, you stop negotiating with yourself, and momentum replaces motivation. So if your schedule keeps falling apart, it's probably not your planner. You don't need to go out and get a new one. It's what you're still unwilling to let go of. So I want you guys to ask yourself when you leave here this weekend, what sacrifices are you going to make to get to where you want to be like we have? So that's how I manage my time. Thank you, guys.